Hello, everybody. My name is Chelsea Jones. I am so excited to be a part of this class with each of you this term. I'll be honest, I'm still learning technology, so I wanted to be sure to show my face for a moment now, and I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully, while I share it, you can see my face still, but I'm not really sure how that works. Um, if you can't, then I will come back on towards the end and say goodbye if I can figure out how to do this. I'm saying share. Oh, there it is. Okay. And let me get to my PowerPoint here. Hmm, This one. Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Fantastic. I apologize. I will get better at this as we do it, but I do think you can see my face as well as my screen, so that's excellent. Okay, so I focused on an article written by Laurel Thatcher Ulrich. She was um, reviewing John Winthrop's City of Women. And so I dropped a little picture on here of John Winthrop. I thought it would be interesting to see what he looked like. Ulrich takes a unique twist in her review, I think. She uses John Winthrop's journal to explore the lives of Puritan women in the 1630s. Um, Rather than being passive or invisible, like a lot of people think of whenever they hear the term Puritan woman, she points out that they were essential to the spiritual and social fabric of the Massachusetts Bay Colony. Events like childbirth and midwifery are often seen as private. Um, they were actually deeply communal. Women loved to share their stories with each other, and we even have written accounts of that, and they were significant in that society. One powerful example that Ulrich gave in her review was when a woman went into labor aboard Winthrop's ship. A midwife was called from another vessel over to this ship to help the woman in her birthing of her baby. And it showed just how valued and interconnected women were in this society as they were moving. Winthrop even used feminine, I am struggling, y'all, feminine imagery to describe the ship, which added just another layer of symbolic weight to the fact that women were valued, even to the point of further describing their journey. Their women's religious roles. I use a picture of what we picture of a traditional pilgrim or Puritan woman. Although women couldn't lead churches per se, Ulrich shows how they were spiritually engaged through prayer and raising their children and informal teaching, which fits, excuse me, what historian Francis Bremer describes in Puritanism, A Very Short Introduction. He argues that Puritanism demanded literacy and religious devotion from the entire household, which would include women. The family was a foundational unit in the Puritan culture. John Demos, in A Little Commonwealth, calls the colonial family a miniature government. This aligns with Ulrich's view that women wielded quite authority in domestic spaces, meaning that even if their family units were considered a governmental authority, the women were up at the top as well. Their moral and emotional labor was foundational to the colony's survival. David Hackett Fisher in Albion's Seed explains that Puritans were unique because they migrated in family units. That gave women greater social roles compared to other colonies. Ulrich's interpretation of Winthrop's journal fits perfectly into that demographic story. I decided to drop a picture of Laurel. Ulrich's article redefines our understanding of Puritan women. Rather than seeing them as victims of patriarchy, where they are just in a mode of submissiveness and not able to lead in any form or fashion, They emerge as vital contributors to spiritual and community life. They're supported by other historians. Ulrich gives us a richer, more complex view of gender in early America. As a woman in today's society who's after education, and I definitely love having a voice, it was really enlightening to read that I keep wanting to call these women pilgrims, that these Puritan women had larger roles than I had previously understood. I did share this picture, and I just really liked this quote: "Well-behaved women seldom make history." I don't know if it's necessarily misbehavior, but perhaps perception can sometimes lead us to believe that women's role is to stay quiet and to have no form of leadership whatsoever, when reality, all the way back to our Bible, women have had an intricate role in the development of our society and of our people. And I think all of the authors that were mentioned in this presentation do a really good job of showing that in a culture in the Puritans where we so often feel like the women probably did not have a significant leadership role. So I hope you all enjoy this presentation, and I cannot wait to watch each of yours. Have a great day.